The really quick summary that you can, I hope I don't get it wrong, is in lots of therapies, movement, in manual therapy modalities, movement therapy modalities, some spiritual practices, spontaneous movement arises. And sometimes that's shaking and tremoring, sometimes that's stretching, sometimes that's undulations. And the question being articulated in this paper is, what do we know about this phenomenon? And there are modalities that utilize it, like TRE, like myofascial unwinding, continuum movement, et cetera, et cetera. There's modalities based around this principle, but what do we actually know physiologically and neurophysiologically and otherwise? And the part of the breath of fresh air that I felt in reading the paper was, in many ways, I have exactly that same question. So for me, coming in as a bodywork therapist, structural integration trained, and then later in Feldenkrais movement training, from the very beginning when TRE first came on my radar, that was exactly, it was like, wow, I'm seeing this. I've had this happen. It's happened to me in bodywork. It's happened to me in acupuncture. When I'm doing bodywork, I see this sometimes. And it was only until I came across TRE did I even find somebody who was even talking about it in a substantive way. It's sort of mentioned here and there in some of my training, but not a lot. And so what I really appreciate about Joel's paper is just asking the question of, where do we see this? How is it being languaged? And how might we begin, and I like the word begin, to ask meaningful questions about this, and also acknowledging that this is largely absent from the existing bodywork literature, manual therapy literature, physiology, fascial literature. There's just not a lot out there, I think, is the honest answer. And so it was published in 2022, and I read it, and I thought, oh, great. What an intelligent framing of this conversation and intelligent questions being asked. And I hope that this leads to sort of more steps in the general inquiry. So in any case, I got this paper, and then Joel and I connected on Zoom over several conversations, and I got to hear not only what led up to the questions that he and his team put together in this paper, but it is the very interesting personal journey and professional journey that sort of put you in this place, Joel, of asking these questions.